And the first thing we did is we took our lights and the King Innovation Instalight that we throw in all our kits. You can get it with our Try Before You Buy a kit, which is basically this battery pack that you can just plug your lights into. And that first night, before we even though we had a design, sometimes when you step on site and you determine how many lights you actually have, you're going to have to manipulate, maneuver some stuff. And that's why that King Innovation Instalight is a great tool for that, because then you can just go plug in these lights. And we literally walked around the property for an hour and a half and put different lights in different areas so that we could find out exactly where we wanted to put those before we started digging holes and doing all that kind of stuff. Hey guys, it's Cal from The Lighting Doctor here. I hope you guys enjoy this video with some more great landscape lighting tips. To learn more about landscape lighting, go and check out our website at lightingdoctor.ca, or if you want to see what a real quality landscape light should look like, go and check out our Try It Before You Buy It offer, where you can get a premium quality fixture at a discounted rate with your very own battery pack, so you can go and test out how that light's going to look and feel what a real premium quality light should look like. So go and check us out at lightingdoctor.ca, or go watch more videos on YouTube just by searching for The Lighting Doctor. Hey, John, yeah, thanks for updating the pictures there with the landscape. So the only thing I would do, and you can play with this, the nice thing is with the kind of the kit that I think we put together again, and if it still makes sense, I can put that back together for you. But with the uplights, one thing you may want to try, because just depending on how close these are, is sometimes what I'll do is, a lot of times I'll just have them right against the house so it highlights this, but you can kind of serve a dual purpose sometimes, where maybe I'll bring the light a little bit in front of the plant so it kind of highlights through it a bit, and then back against the house, because sometimes it creates some cool shadows and stuff. It really just depends how close these are. But the nice thing with that kit, like I said, it comes with our Instalight, which is basically this little battery pack. So you'd actually be able to go and just plug that light in with some AA batteries, and then you could go put it in front and see how it looks, and then you could place it behind and you could see how it looks, and you could kind of figure out which way you like better. And then the only other thing to answer your question is on the front here. Yeah, I don't think you necessarily have to do the flower pots. I think what you could do though is, even if you just try and get the light kind of on this corner a little bit with the hex baffle still, and you have it just with that higher intensity lamp, and you just kind of have it shining more up to the peaks. The nice thing is this is already going to kind of be lit, so if you have it here shining fairly upright so that it just gets down to, or so that it just kind of shines up into the peaks, that's the other way I would do it. So instead of having it, you know, right here shining up, which is ideal, I think still having it up here so that really you're just getting the peaks would be a nice feature. So yeah, I don't think much has changed. The only thing is, when you get it, play around whether you like the light better in front or behind. It just kind of depends on your feel. And even if you do it from behind those plants, I still like that look, because then you're backlighting that, and then you have the silhouettes of the plants. So they're both really cool looks. It's just kind of a preference thing, what you would like more. Yeah, let me know how else I can help, John. Hey guys, I just wanted to explain about something that we do all the time. It doesn't matter how many thousands of lights we put in, it's still a good idea. Luckily we got on this property, we got here the night before, and the first thing we did is we took our lights and the King Innovation Instalight that we throw in all our kits. You can get it with our Try Before You Buy a kit, which is basically this battery pack that you can just plug your lights into. And that first night, before we even though we had a design, sometimes when you step on site and you determine how many lights you actually have, you're going to have to manipulate, maneuver some stuff. And that's why that King Innovation Instalight is a great tool for that, because then you can just go plug in these lights. And we literally walked around the property for an hour and a half and put different lights in different areas so that we could find out exactly where we wanted to put those before we started digging holes and doing all that kind of stuff. And because of that tool, we actually found some ways to get really creative and reduce some of the amounts of lights that we were using on the property, because we were just able to place and test those lights before we did any work. So it's a great tool, comes in all our kits. You get it with your Try Before You Buy It light, so it's something that you definitely want to take advantage before you even start your project. When you order your kit, grab one light and go and play around. And even with that said, we went that day and we placed all our lights. We got everything wired, which I always try and do the first day, is get everything wired, but we don't We don't bury anything because I want to see how those look at night first, because we might have to go make some adjustments, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Right here is we had some lights that really look good, but we have such a cool, unique kind of palm tree behind us that we decided to put another light. And the way we did that again is that we had our lights set. We knew where we wanted to put them. We placed them, and we had to move them a couple feet to get the desired effect. But then we took our battery pack and took another light and put it in some different areas around that same tree. And now we've got two lights that are going to be really highlighting this nice tree behind me. So again, test everything out the night before, so you can kind of get a real good idea of what lights you want where. And then that first night, just wire everything back to the transformer. Don't worry about burying anything that first day, because you're probably going to want to make changes. And that night, go around, see how things look, move lights a foot or two here or there. You'd be surprised how a foot here and there can sometimes make all the world of difference. Play with viewing angles, which side of the tree, which side of the feature that you're lighting looks best. So and that's something you can easily do again with that Instalight, the battery pack, because then you can just have a light in your hand and walk around everywhere. It's easier to do that than when everything's wired, but still take that extra step after you get everything wired. Go make sure everything looks the way you want. The whole purpose of this is you buy a premium quality light. You don't want to have to do this again, or you don't want to have to do this over and over year after year. So go and make sure you get it right the first time. Doesn't mean you can't add on, doesn't mean you can't make it better, but you can get a real good design just by going and testing it. And it might be a cliche, but seeing is believing. Sometimes you have to see it before you can really understand what that effect's going to look like. So test it with the King Innovation Instalight. It comes in all our Try Before You Buy It offers, as well as all our kits come with it, because we want you guys to get the best design possible. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video presentation with some great tips and tools on how to go and properly and effectively light up your landscape. And be sure, if you want your own free consultation video, just send me an email at cal@lightingdoctor.ca with a few pictures of your property, and we'll get back to you with some really cool ideas and ways to go and effectively light your property. And be sure to watch the videos after this one for more tips on how to install landscape lighting, as well as how to light up your landscape the best way possible.